From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain, it's the heart of a villain. From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain, it's the heart of a villain. Hey yo, heart of a villain beats hard in the centrifuge. Bearded BP 100 interviews. All it takes is 2 mics and 1 line. This is Bearded Villains podcast worldwide. Driving cross countries, getting ball tires. Fam across ponds, always inspired. Chapters connect, and then it's on fire. Check your phone, cause BV is like a live wire. They said that we couldn't do it and that another could. Never underestimate the power of brotherhood. Every bro, every chapter, every caption. Heart of a villain, bro. Lights, camera, action. Action, action, action. Let's go. From the start to the finish, go hard and we win, and it's the heart of a...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the Bearded Villains Worldwide Brotherhood and lives that are changing all over this here world, all over, and stuff. It's great to be back after a week off in London. That's right, in London, that's right. Had a great time over in England. Get time I've ever gone over there, and I'm telling you what, they rolled out the red carpet and then some. I'm gonna get into some of that here in just a few minutes. But man, thank you guys for being here. This is episode 175. 175, and it is the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. I had to say it, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, had to be said. Had to be said. Big shout out to Northern Monkeys for their incredible event last weekend and rolling out, like I said, the red carpet to to a big old boy from the States, and had to show their wares tonight. Had to wear the Northern Monkeys shirt for the show tonight. Just give a big shout out. They provided me with a bunch of nice little gifties, and I greatly appreciate that. Also, a big shout out to Central England for giving me a couple of goodies. And this here thing here, this gold pin, I absolutely love. So I don't think that's ever going to leave my hat again. But man, what a time. I want to get into, I'm going to give a little bit of a rundown and share a couple fun photos from the weekend that was the Northern Monkeys event and my trip to London. But in just a minute, but I want to say, this episode is going to be jam-packed, totally packed, because, and I was hesitant in saying that we have 3 events this weekend because there's a chance that there's another event or another 2 events or whatever else going on this weekend that I just don't know about. But then again, this is one of those things where I keep telling everybody, please let me know when you have something going on, and I will try to get somebody on to talk about your event and what you're doing, just to kind of get the word out, let everybody know what our chapters are doing. So what we're going to be talking about tonight, we've got 3 events to talk about. I've got interviews with people representing each one of those events. So first up, we're going to be talking with Jesse from over in Ohio, the captain of the Ohio Villains, them Heartland boys. That's right. Beardo De Mayo in Ohio is back after a short hiatus. They are back and ready to tear up the world and show everybody what they're doing. So I'll have an interview with Jesse. I also spoke with Steve from over in Wales, the Welsh chapter. They're doing Beardiff. Very interesting, very cool. You know, I just got to say it. I think the boys over in England got us beat. Just simply by location alone. The age of the buildings that they have around them, and just because it's just awesome. I would love for us to be able to find a 100-year-old building or a castle to do something near, but we just don't have it here in the States. So interesting story, a fun interview I had with Steve about Beardiff. Don't know if anybody from over there is going to be watching tonight because live anyway, because it's like 3:00 in the morning over there. And or 2:00, I think. But still, we're going to be giving them their props for their event as well. And then we're also going to be talking with Buddy. Buddy came on for his first time on the show talking about the Chattanooga first anniversary event they have going on this weekend down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So jam-packed episode, and we'll get to that stuff in just a minute. I don't want to dilly-dally on other crazy stuff, but first thing I have to talk about is the trip over to London, and my first time, so I'm still excited to talk about it. So I do apologize if you guys don't want to hear about it, but I'm the one with the microphone. So as a certain wedding singer would say, so you'll listen to every word that is coming out of my mouth. So anyway, had a fun flight over. First time I've flown on a plane that long, and thankfully the wife suggested to me to get the premium economy seating, so that I wasn't sandwiched in. I'm a little bit of a big boy, so having the extra space and only the two-person rows was very nice over and back. That was hands down the best decision probably I made all week. But first time for so much, first time for so many things, and a little bit of culture shock to some things. And I know Rob is here watching live, and he's laughing. Every time I would come across something that was, this doesn't make sense to me, or why is this happening, or whatever. I think he just kind of rolled his eyes at me and was like, okay, BP. But so many things. I had no idea. Okay, I'm not stupid, so I knew that, they drive on a different side of the road than we do. But I had no idea how disorienting that can be, sitting in the backseat of a car that's driving through town. And when the streets in London, in the area we were at, were very narrow. And when you have a parked car on one side of the road, you're driving right next to it. And on the other side of the road, you have a double-decker bus coming at you. And cars just sandwich themselves right between there. I didn't see any that I noticed really, any pickup trucks, SUVs, the stuff like we have here in the States all over the place. Everything is a very small or mid-sized car, and they just fly between each other down these narrow roadways. And got to give them credit, man. That's some pretty good driving. And I even took a couple videos from the back seat when Bulldog was driving us around. I just kind of laughed. I was like, I have to do this just to show my wife, because I knew she would laugh at if she were in the back seat with me, she would have been eyes closed and breathing heavy, because she would not have liked that feel of that. So, but I said, hey, you got to experience it at least once. So, but that little thing, it's the little things too that cracked me up, because I found myself when I first got into my hotel room, and I know I told this to Rob and the other guys over there too, that it just made me laugh. There's a thing that they have over there that saves electricity, and it's probably a genius idea, but I've never seen it before. I've never seen it at any hotel over here, and it's very common over there. But apparently there's this little thing, and I forgot to show the picture here so I can bring it up on the screen, but there's a little slot. There's a little box with a slot that's on the wall right inside the hotel room door, and it has a card slot in the top of it. And I think it's labeled on there. It says hotel card or something like that. Well, I get into my room and I cannot figure out for the life of me. It's daylight, so no big deal, but I can't figure out how to turn on any of the lights in the room. I'm flipping switches, doing everything I can. Bathroom lights won't come on, nothing. And then I just start to look at this thing and I realize that's about the size of a card of the hotel, of the key card. I wonder what would happen so I stuck my hotel card in that slot, and voila, all the lights turn on. So they have this device where you'd put I guess it's designed for your hotel card, but Rob tells me that any card will fit in there. But yeah, so I had 2 hotel cards, so I put one in there and I just left it in there the whole time. So I didn't have to worry about which light was going to turn on or turn off or anything like that. But just some weird things that you have to get used to. And that's just it's those little tiny things that you're just like, that are memorable, and you're just like, wow, that's different. And yeah, so, but lots of fun. I had so much fun, and I have to give a shout out first off to the men, the people that made sure that the entire time I was there was really steady and really awesome. With the Northern Monkeys, I have to obviously give a shout out to Bookman and Rudy, who we heard from last episode, talking about, he was the one that came on for the interview and give us all the lowdown about the event. But Northern Monkeys chapter just killed the event. It was awesome. Had a great time. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I did not give a big shout out to Rababa, Mr. Rababa, Rababa on the road, who's here with us almost every night, like 99% of the time we have these shows. But Rob there, who escorted me and took me through London after I got off the plane, and took me for my first meal at a little tiny diner. The first morning we were there, right after I got off the plane, and then took me on a stroll through Hyde Park over to see Buckingham Palace. And it wasn't a walk that I was prepared for, because my backpack was completely loaded down with all of my camera gear, on top of which I had a huge iPad and a heavy computer in there as well. But we made do. Rob had his own backpack that was probably even heavier than mine, walking around London. But for showing me the sights and everything, I appreciate it. Had a great first morning there. And then also big shout out to Bulldog and Lenny. So the three of them, with Rob being my car mates, my travel mates, up to Manchester for the event and back. Some great conversations, some just a total blast. So I have to big shout out to everybody involved. I'm sure I'm leaving out some names, but everybody that I met was cordial, was polite. Everybody, it was just awesome to see. So if you get a chance, if there's any way that you can get over there, I know it's different. I love the fact that their events are run differently than ours, and I've talked about that here before in the show. It's refreshing to see. Theirs are much less, I would say, staged. Their events, of all the events I've been to here in the States, and then this one event over there, I would say that our events over here are very, very structured. We do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. They just go, and it's drink time. It's brotherhood time. And at some point, we're going to do this. And we're going to do this at some other point. At one time, we're going to do this beard competition. But the beard competition is the furthest thing from a worrisome, professional, important beard competition you've ever seen. I don't know if the way that they did it is the way that most of the time they do it over there. But it was the most just relaxed, just chill. Hey, if you guys want to do it, go in there, put your name on a list. And then, okay, everybody that's 0 to 6, go here and stand in front of this table real quick. And nobody else is watching. It's just the people that are doing the competition and the 3 judges. Everybody else that's at the event, they're not watching this thing happen. It's in a different part of the bar. Everybody else is still out there partying, having a good time. So, and when push came to shove, at the end of the night, old BP here brought home the under 6-inch winner trophy here, which shocked me, but didn't surprise me, I guess, in the fact that one thing happened. I did not have the best beard there by far. There were at least 7 or 8 other beards of the 10 or 12 guys that were in this category with me under 6 inches. But I think it was just awarded to me because I traveled the furthest. So I said, I'll take it, but by no means do I think that I'm deserving of this, for sure. There were some pretty epic beards over there. So, but let's real quick. I want to show a couple of these, a couple photos that I've either found from in the chat room for the event, but also Mr. Rababa on the road is a very good photographer. He has a great eye for things, and he spent so much time taking pictures. I hope that he doesn't feel like he was working the event in a professional capacity the entire time, and actually, I hope that he got a chance to really enjoy himself, because he took a ton of photos, and ones that probably people will have to wait weeks for because he took so many. But I just gotta share a few of these photos from this weekend on here. So if I can bring them up, let's see. Let's see here. Bring this guy to here. See if this shows up. All right. So this first photo, if you're listening on a regular podcast platform, I will make this quick so you don't have to just sit here listening to me describe photos. This is our road crew. This is the road crew. Um, yes, a bunch of big guys squeezed in a mid-sized to smallish sized car. First time I've been in the back seat on a 3.5 hour road trip, probably since I was 10. And you can only imagine what that was like. But we all squeezed in there, the motley crew of us that we were riding all the way up to Manchester. It was such a good time. I loved it. And here we are with two of our brothers. They had a really cool thing. They had a picture frame that they were walking around with. Everybody could take pictures of with the picture frame there. Among all the brothers from England that I got to meet, I also got to meet a couple brothers that I had already met before. Obviously, Rob being one of them. And then Simon here in this photo that I met at the World Meet last year in Chicago for the first time. Very cool to see. This one I love because this photo here, I was really happy to see that Rob captured this moment. This is the first time I got to meet Mr. Hillbilly. Hillbilly, one of our longtime listeners, longtime viewers of the show. And we've chatted, we've talked for years, really. And he's been a follower of the show for a long time. And finally getting to give him a hug, give him a handshake, and spend some time talking with him was such a great time. So I really appreciate him taking that picture of us. Here's me with the first place, or after I was awarded first place, yippee, or awarded the winner spot for this thing. And this was a really cool photo that I didn't even know anybody took. The venue itself, everything over there is old. It's all the buildings are old and they've been around for a long time. They have such cool age and a beauty to them, And there was a small body of water. I would call it a river, but it might be by some people's standards more like a creek. I don't know. That was right next to the venue, but across the waterway there. I think Rob or somebody stepped across, and I didn't even know that it happened. Got a cool photo from the outside of the venue that you're looking at if you're watching this live. This is just the outdoor patio that was covered during the rainstorm that we had most of the night. But the bar is actually 2 stories that goes all the way inside there. So half the people aren't even in this photo. But such a cool photo. I loved that as well. And then I have to give a huge shout out. This is my favorite photo that I've seen from the entire event. While we were doing the flag shoot on this bridge, Rob turned around and took kind of a selfie of him with the flag shoot behind us. So he didn't actually get to partake in the flag shoot because he was taking pictures of the flag shoot. But I love this picture because it's like man on the street. It's from a very cool perspective. And I just think that Rob captured this thing in such a very cool way. You can't see all the faces of the people on the bridge, but I don't think that that's really necessary. You can see that it's a full bridge of people, and we were actually standing 2 and 3 deep in some places there. So, but such a cool photo. This will be my favorite photo from the week, I think, just because of the artistic nature of it. So, but that was much of the trip. Came back home on Monday morning and flew out and actually lost 2 hours or gained 2 hours, depending on what you say. Left London at 11 o'clock and arrived in Chicago at 1 o'clock. So, but yeah, so many cool memories that I will cherish. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get back over there will be, but hopefully sooner than later. And, of course, sent out invites for everybody that wants to come to our event in October here in Northern Indiana. And also, hopefully, many of those guys that I met this weekend are going to be going to the World Meet over in Belgium this summer. But I can't do that. But hopefully, some of them are going to be able to squeeze over to the rumored location for the World Meet here in the States next year, which I won't mention because it's not official. But that would be a very cool thing too. So, thank you guys so much for staying with me there while I was talking a little bit about my trip to London. I want to give a quick shout out. To the people who are here. Again, thank you guys for being here. Let's say hi to, of course, Rob. Rob is here. He says, of course, his normal greeting of good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on where you're at, that fits. Buddy is here hanging out with us as well. Buddy is playing host tonight, I think. He's out and about, so he's probably doing multitasking out in the city of Chattanooga, welcoming everybody. Mars is here as well. Let's go, he says. Jesse's also here hanging out. These guys took their time out. I appreciate it so much to talk to us a little bit about their events this weekend. Andy, how you doing? Good to see you here. Mr. Brian Dahlstrom from Northern Indiana is also here hanging out with us as well. Good to see you. Youngster, what is up, buddy? He says, what's good? What's good? Yeah, good to see you here. Moving on. We got Timothy in the house as well. He says, hello, gents. How's it going? It is going. And Rob did confirm for me that it was 2 a.m. when I said that earlier tonight. Brainwashed Jake 2002. I love that name on there. That's Hillbilly's dad or Hillbilly's son, I think, because he says, me and Dad Hillbilly are going to Beardiff this weekend. It was amazing to meet you last weekend. Yes, it was such a great time. And Kevin is also here with us live. Hello. Mr. Dave Ramsey, how you doing, sir? Good to see you here. I'm excited for your weekend that's going to be going on over here this weekend. Let's see. Bearded Hammer as well. He says, good morning from Wales. Hey, way to stay up with us. We appreciate you. All right. And Buddy does confirm he's out playing pool with Stovall. Well, tell Stovall to be nice with his balls, okay? You tell Stovall play nice with his balls and play nice with your balls. For sure. All right, guys. So first up, I want to give shout out to Ohio, to the Heartland boys, and they are having their event Beardo De Mayo. It's come back, and they're going to be having a good time with this great charity. Just a fun interview that I had talking about what their event's going to be about. So take a few minutes, get your popcorn out, and let's enjoy the Beardo De Mayo interview I had with Jesse. Okay, this weekend there are actually 3 events in BV circles going on, and we're going to cover all 3 of them. But the first one up today, we're going to be talking with Jesse from Ohio. Them Heartland boys, they're back with Beardo De Mayo. Beardo De Mayo. It's going to be May 5th and 6th. He's going to give us all the details about this weekend. So happy that these guys are back killing it with this event. Everybody welcome Jesse back to the show. Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit, maybe a little congestion I got over there in England. But yeah, so I'm just super happy that this is an event that's back, and it's perfect. It's just perfect, and great timing. Beardo De Mayo is back with Ohio. I used to always promo it that way. The last time it was out, Beardo De Mayo in Ohio. I know I'm stupid, but so it's going to be a blast. I've seen the flyers. I've seen different posts about it, but we're here to talk to you and give us the lowdown about what people can expect. If they're still on the fence about it, tell us what everybody can expect for this weekend. You're starting things off on Friday, so let's start there.
So we are doing our meet and greet Friday night at 6 p.m. at a little tavern or bar or whatever you want to call it. It's a really cool place. It's called the Winking Lizard in Westerville.
Wait a minute. That's a cool name. Winking Lizard.
Winking Lizard.
I just had to stop. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Now they have beer and wines that I have never seen before, which is really cool. You can get different types of meads, different types of wines, different types of craft beers. I mean, they have a huge plethora of things that you'll never find anywhere else. So that's one of the reasons we picked that and they have a really cool patio with the fire pit. So.
Okay. All right. I'm there with you. All right. Very cool. Lots of drinky stuff. So I'm assuming this is the meet and greet is not family friendly per se, or is it?
No, I mean it's a bar. I mean it's just a regular tavern type bar. It does have a restaurant in it. You can bring families into the restaurant, but it has a separate bar area where it has shelves where you can go up and just pick your drink, take it over to the bartender. They'll flash freeze it for you, and then you can drink.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's adult nights out. It's adult night out that night. So.
It's just time where brothers can get together and just have a good time before the event.
All right, and remind me the times again on that.
6 p.m. at the Winking Lizard.
The winking lizard. They got to have an awesome T-shirt or mug or something out there. That's
Oh yeah.
They have to have something. I'm gonna have to send one of my guys to look for a T-shirt for that. That's just a story waiting to happen. So, all right. So after everybody wakes up the next morning and hopefully isn't too hungover, what's the story on Saturday?
Well, Saturday morning we usually get together for our breakfast. That'll probably be at the local IHOP down the road. We'll have more details on that. We're probably gonna meet around 10 o'clock. Nothing big, nothing official. Just getting together, breaking bread, having breakfast before the event.
Okay. All right. Breakfast. I would normally sleep through that, but
I don't know, man. Get an omelet. I want some pancakes, man.
I know, but I can't remember the last time I got up for breakfast at an event weekend.
Oh,
You-
that is
I'm-
true.
I'm usually the one that sleeps right in and then barely makes the flag shoot. So
Yeah, right.
but yeah. Okay. So breakfast is served at the local IHOP. And
Right.
if you're lost and not sure where that's at, I'm sure Jesse's going to give you directions.
Oh
So,
yeah, we'll have directions.
Okay. Moving on through Saturday.
2 p.m. That is when the event starts. It's going to be at the Grizzly Bird Brewery. Now, one of the big things the reason we picked this brewery, was because it is family friendly, and it is pet friendly. Just for the simple fact that our charity that we are raising money for is a 501c dog rescue that specializes in dogs and cats with special needs. We want to be able to bring those animals in and have their families, people's families there, their kids there, stuff like that. So that's one of the big reasons that we picked Grizzly Bird Brewery. Plus, they're awesome people.
Okay. Wow. First off, that's an amazing thing that you're able to incorporate not only your venue, but also the charity all in one. And maybe somebody's done that before, where they've had a pet rescue or some sort of a animal charity involved, but I've never heard it involved in such a way that you're also doing it at a bar that's pet friendly.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's a family run brewery. They make their own beers. They make a lot of their own drinks, and they have a nice little event area with a patio on the back, and they bring in food trucks for certain events and stuff like that. So it's a very family oriented place.
All right, man. Very, very cool. Now I'm really mad that I'm not going to make that. What all you guys having planned for the actual event itself? And remind me again, time when that starts?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, so you're not going to start off late in the day. You can just roll
No.
right into the day. Very cool.
That's right.
All right.
So one of
Excuse me.
the things that you guys have probably seen on our Instagram is we made our own beer. So it's an American wheat beer. All of the proceeds from the sale of those beers will go to the charity. Will go to Speak for the Unspoken, which is the dog rescue. So none of that money goes anywhere else except to the charity. So that is one thing that, and it's a really good beer too. I'll be honest with you. I really enjoy it. They wouldn't let me do my lager, so I settled for the American wheat.
They wouldn't let you, or that's just not one that everybody could agree to?
That's one everybody doesn't, lagers are not drank by a lot of people. I love my lagers. I am a Belgium lager type Stella, Stella Artois. I love my lagers.
Okay. All right. Well, I get that then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it pays to get drunk at this event. Drink responsibly, folks. Still
Drink
always,
responsibly. Like I said, it's a family-friendly environment. So
family friendly.
Yes.
Friendly. Yes. Be responsible, folks. So this beer, what did they have a special name for it?
It's just the Heartland Original. This goes by our name.
That's just awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So is it a limited run? Did they just make enough for this event, or they
just made enough for this event? So it's not like our last event in 2019 where the brewery is still actually to this day making our Bearded Aviator. This is just for the event for this Saturday.
Okay. So there's a chance that you're going to run out of beer.
Most likely, yes. But they have all kinds of other beers that we can drink.
Yeah, but so it's a limited. It's kind of a capped number, potentially for the donation as far as that goes from the beer end of things.
Not
But
necessarily. There's also other things that we have going on with that. I mean, you know, like I said, we got the raffles going on, the beard competition and stuff. But yes, as far as the beer, once it's gone, that'll be it. So,
all
and it was
right.
all donated, so we didn't pay for it. We
Oh
didn't.
man,
Yeah, this was donated by the brewery.
cannot beat that at all. Can't beat that at
Yeah.
all. Yeah, because a lot of times people do a specific drink thing like that, but you have to cover the cost of the manufacturer thing, and then they donate the proceed type of thing. But very cool that they stepped up. And what's the name of that brewery again?
Grizzly Bird Brewery. They've awesome bunch of people. Absolutely love every one of them.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm not going to be able to very successfully get one of my guys that is going to the event to grab me a 6-pack or a 4-pack or whatever.
At least we'll get you a can. I will make sure they get a can to bring back with you, so you can at least have it there in your studio.
Yeah, I'd love to have it on my shelf back behind me. Do you know, does it have to be, because a lot of the small brewery things, when they brew them up, it's one of those, they don't keep them warm. You have to keep it cold once it's made.
Yes, and
Okay.
they're in the fridge right now.
All right. All right. Well, unless they're going to have it in a cooler for the rest of the weekend, they'll just have to let it warm back up, and I'll just have to put it on the shelf and never drink it. So that's fine too. Hey, just put it on the wall. That's right. We can do
There
that. We
you
can do that. Man, I'm excited for this event because it's been a little bit. I'll ask you about the other stuff going on with the Wicked in just a minute, but um, before I get too far away, what's this been like for you guys this last like year and a half with the chapter? You guys have been pretty busy trying to bring yourselves back out of the doldrums of that COVID was.
go. Yeah, I mean, basically, it's reconnecting. And I know you and a lot of it you've done on your podcast, talked about it on your podcast, but it's getting back to the heart of who we are and what we do, and reconnecting through the brotherhood. I mean, COVID took a turn on all of us, and it took a toll on our relationships, and it took a toll on us mentally. And so for the past year has been a healing process for us, and I know it has been for a lot of other chapters. So that's what basically we've been working on is building that foundation within the chapter that we can all depend on each other. I think you're muted.
There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
I was muted. You're right. I had to sneeze, so I muted myself. Um, I think it's really cool that this is kind of like the new awakening event for your chapter, and it's in many ways it's kind of a reintroduction into to a lot of people that this is the newest version of Heartland Originals, man, and
Yeah,
it's going to be a really cool event. I have no doubt about that. And like I said, I'm still kicking myself that it's one of the other ones that I'm not going to be able to make this year, but I can't be in
I'm telling
18
you, next
places at
year
once.
it's only going to get bigger and better every year. Like I said, we're back, so we're we're playing it safe. We're doing it. We're playing it safe. Next year and the year after that, I mean, it's only uphill from here
Yeah.
since COVID. So
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you. I know you've got some judges that you're thinking of that are going to be there to help make some decisions for you at this event.
yeah.
Who all you got coming for that?
So we have Dan C. Beard out of Michigan. He is coming down. Then we got Mark Barnes. He is coming in, and he's going to be one of our judges. And then we have a local celebrity type judge. Her name's Ronnie Hunter. She is a DJ, or how do you say? Yeah, no, DJ. She's a radio DJ for a radio station in Columbus called 99.7 The Blitz. It's a rock and like a rock and metal station. So she's going to be one of the judges also. Plus, she's a huge advocate for the dog rescue. So I was glad to bring her aboard.
That's very cool, man. And then obviously that's like built-in built-in promo work on her
Oh yeah,
behalf, because people ask her what she's doing this weekend. I'm going to be over there with the Heartland Originals this weekend. And that's great, man. Maybe is she going to be able to like bring one of those radio buses that has all the decals on it and everything like that to do like a? Wouldn't it be cool? You know, she could do like an hour-long little on the radio thing before the show starts, before your event starts. That would have been cool if she could
I
do
don't
that.
I don't know if they do that anymore. Do they
I
still
know.
do that?
I'm dating myself there. I just remember that
I mean,
that was a thing back in the day that they would do before events.
oh yeah, I used to be a radio DJ way back in my early 20s. I remember doing that. Remember getting everything up, showing up at concerts, setting up the tables, and actually doing a live stream or a live radio thing from the venue. So yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there with the, some of back in the day, they had special vehicles. We'll be out there with the 94.7 Hummer, and we'll be out there giving away prizes and T-shirts, and but hey, anything you can do to get the word out, it would have been really funny if she could have done that. But maybe they don't do that anymore because everything's so online based anymore. But
yeah,
that would have been funny. They probably can't afford to do it anymore because everything's so satellite radio now. The mom and pop, the actual radio stations that are on advertised air, they can't afford it anymore. So, which is too bad because that's where everything started. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember. Those were great. Those are great days.
Yeah. Well, as I'm saying, what am I telling you? You did it. So, but man, I'm excited for you. Do you have any kind of tidbits or sneak peeks or any kind of, I don't know, surprises that you can tell us about, or anything you can tease us
I mean,
about?
it's not much of a surprise, but it's something I'm really excited about, and that's having Dapper Jones DJ Veeper. I mean, you're used to him. I know you've probably met him. He's done Nash Vegas, and he's actually moving to Ohio, and we are going to welcome him into our family come this weekend, and he is DJing for us. So.
Yeah, that's the way to go, man. Good dude. Knows what he's doing and makes it fun.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm excited. I don't know what else to say other than anybody that's kind of on the fence still that can find their way to this event. Make sure you get over there, support the guys doing great things, get some good beer, and help them raise some really good money for this pet rescue. So,
oh yeah, come on out. We would love to have you. Everybody. This is an open event, which is really good for Ohio. You don't have to be in BV to show up. We're going to have other beard clubs there too. So this is something huge for us and something huge for Ohio.
Perfect, man. Perfect. Well, keep me posted, and I know I'll be able to talk to you after the event and talk about all the successes you guys had with it.
All right. Thanks a lot, brother.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, bud. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, Jesse, rolling in strong with the event. And I did check. I mentioned it in the comment section live here, but if you're just listening and you want to get a shirt from the aforementioned Winking Lizard, just because it sounds cool. And the logo is pretty cool too, for the facility. I just checked it out online, and they do sell shirts and hats with a Winking Lizard on it. So no, I'm not trying to do any promo work for them, but I just thought it was pretty funny. Pretty good. All right. We're just going to roll right into our next one, guys. Because like I said, we're jam-packed here tonight. So if you need to hit the restroom real quick, if you need to push pause, do that real quick, but we're going to roll right in. We're going to go all the way across the pond, not too far, about 3 or 4 hours away from where I was this past weekend. And we're going to be talking with a certain someone named Steve, talking about Beardiff 2023. So chill and just listen and enjoy Steve. Okay, one event that's going on this next weekend coming up in just a few days over in England is a little event in Cardiff called Beardiff. And one of the guys that's in charge of making sure this thing is a huge success, along with his chapter brothers, we're going to talk to Steve from the Wales group of boys and men over there. Bringing him in right now to the Heart of a Villain. How you doing, Steve?
All good, yeah. Yeah, all good.
I know that you are pretty excited about this event coming up, and you guys have been working real hard to make sure this thing is just an awesome event. What have things been like for you guys over there the last several months?
It's all been good. So last year was our first big meet, and yeah, it was quite a success. So we just had to build on that this year, um, and it's been very exciting. Um, yeah, I'm like really looking forward to it now, and a lot of other people are as well. Nice
Yeah.
builder, rocking out.
Yeah. I know I just said to you off air, I was a little bit bummed out that I had to actually miss this because I was just there. I feel like I was just over there a few hours from you guys and had to come home, so I was able to
Yeah.
wasn't able to partake and have fun with this event. But um, can you give everybody kind of the lowdown when all the festivities start and what you guys have planned for the weekend?
Right. So Friday we have a meet and greet. Um, People are going to meet up in Cardiff. A lot of people staying over for the weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend anyway with the Royals party and that. But we're going to meet up in a Weatherspoons in Cardiff. Party hard, probably most of them. Saturday, then is the day it starts at 12 o'clock. Flag shoot, beard competitions, raffles, and a live band as well in a rock club. Yeah, exciting.
Wow. All right, that's a full day. I I love the fact that you guys are starting early with the main event. It's starting in the middle of the day, and you're kicking things off. Are you guys? I know every place over in England does things a little bit differently with their flag shoots for events. Are you guys doing your flag shoot actually at the site, or do you have to walk a little bit? I know for the event last weekend, we took a little bit of a stroll to get to where they did the pictures. But are you doing your pictures right there?
So, so we had planned to go into Cardiff Castle, which is which would have been epic, but unfortunately, there's going to be a gig there um, because of the royal, some royal shindig going on. Um, so the other plan is we've got the Millennium. We got the Millennium Stadium um, around the corner from us, where all the big matches go on. That's literally around the the back, so we could do it there. Or there's a bridge also which is full of graffiti, literally around the corner as well. Um, or we just go outside of the castle and castle grounds and just have a castle behind us. But there's some good spots, literally like yards away from us.
Okay, so you mentioned castle. Is it actually? Is this event actually at on the grounds of a castle?
It's across the road from Cardiff Castle, and it's pretty epic castle.
Okay, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to pull up pictures. I'm gonna throw some pictures over the top of this interview while you and I are
Yeah,
talking after the fact,
yeah,
so it's ready to go. Because I got to pull up some pictures of this. This is pretty cool. An actual castle. How you don't get to do that over here in the States? We don't have castles.
yeah. We've got Cardiff Castle. It's quite big. There's a big dragon in there as well. Obviously an ornament. But yeah, that was where we were going to have that photos until last minute. It's been changed.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So I guess I didn't understand. I know it's a big deal when they have royal celebrations over there, but I guess I didn't realize that it's not just kind of situated in London where where everything's going to be. They have other events all over the country, huh?
So yeah, so I think the it was like the Prince of Wales. Um, yeah, so it's all part of Wales and capital city and all that. So I think there's going to be a lot of this street party is going to be all over the UK, but apparently it's going to be raining on Saturday.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how it goes. If worse comes to the worst with photos, the beer garden has a shelter, so it'll be in there.
Hey, you can do some pretty epic photos in the rain too, if nobody minds. So
Oh,
you can,
oh, oh! We'll get the shot. We'll
yeah,
get the shot.
you'll get it. You'll get it. Um, so I noticed that I was looking at your flyer that we've got here on the screen here, about the event,
That's
and
right.
you mentioned that on the flyer it says fundraising for Abraham Foundation. What can you tell us about that and who you guys are raising money for?
So yeah, the Jacob Abraham Foundation. They're a local charity. Um, they're basically it's about the prevention of suicide. It's helping with mental health, help support people, just try and cut the numbers down in the local area. From what I believe, it was down to a family. So the family started up this charity. Yeah, but we wanted something small and close to us. So yeah, we chose them, and they are, you know, they're so happy that we've chosen them, and we've raised quite a bit of money already. Yeah, so far this year from, and yeah, hopefully get some more.
All right. So I know it's different everywhere you go, but for what you guys do for your charity, do you guys focus on raising money for one organization and work with that one organization for a year? Or is that just like a partner organization you help out with the Jacob Abraham Foundation? Or is it something you try to do just for one event?
So we try and change our main charity each year. Um, Last year was for Sands. We
Right.
raised 6 grand, I think, for that. The year before we done for Mind and Latch, so 2 charities. We got £10,000 over the year for that. Yeah, so this year we do one charity, our main one, and then we try and do some little bits then in between. Then anybody that needs help or comes forward, happy to help. We've got quite a few guys in our chapter, so yeah, there's enough help there to help people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's great. I think that's great. How many guys do you have in your chapter now?
It's close to 70.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, we've got so Wales is about 5 hour. It's a 5 hour drive from South Wales to North Wales. We don't get to see some of the North boys very often. Um, we try and get up there when we can, or they try and get down here. There's a few guys kind of West Wales, but yeah, it's pretty big, but it's we're popular.
Yeah, I'd say so. You say it's about 5 hours that covers the top and bottom of your area. That to me, is amazing because that would cover the entire state of where I'm at right now in Indiana. It's about 5 hours, 5.5 hours north to south, and we actually have 3 chapters in that area, and you have one
Yeah.
that covers that whole area. So, congratulations to you guys for keeping
Uh,
that going. That's
so
awesome.
yeah, well, there was talk before about setting up a chapter up North Wales, but there's too many chapters in the UK now, so we're not allowed to. But it works. It works. We're in plenty. We got plenty of chats and that, and try and get the guys involved when they can, and they try and do their bit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I like it. I like it, and I do. I've said before, I like the fact that, you know, over there, over in England, it doesn't feel like just because there's a little bit of a distance, everybody suddenly says we need to create a new chapter. You guys have so many chapters that have big chapters, and I like that. That's neat.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys are. You mentioned that this thing is going to have I'm looking further live music, and what kind of if anybody isn't familiar that's going to this thing, what kind of a band is that? The live music band.
So it's one of our chapter members. He's in a rock kind of a soft rock music, sort of late 90s sort of music, I think it is. There's one or two tracks on the sort of Instagram now that you've got. But yeah, looking forward to listening to him. Yeah, he's gonna set up, I think, for like 7:00. I think the club's then gonna, just after they finished, I think the club's gonna open up to the public. Then, because it's a very popular rock club, it is in Cardiff. Yeah, some big names have played in there in the past.
Wow! So that'll be a cool little feature for his band. Then that's pretty neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, brother, I don't know what else to ask you. I know you guys just, I think it's really cool. And now that I've experienced it for myself last weekend, I love the fact that you guys just, the English chapters, when they have these events, they take a very casual approach. And I'm sure that's probably the way that you guys are running things too. It's just a very casual approach to the day. And it's all about brotherhood and hanging out and being with the brothers and enjoying that time. And every little thing that comes out outside of that is just extra. And I love that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's yeah, that's the main thing, is just trying to meet up, with the lads, the ladies as well. We got quite a few. Queens and Villainettes turning up from all over. Actually, they're coming from like France, Germany, Netherlands. Yeah, and we're gonna get them involved as well and run a Whiskinarian is it competition for the girls that are competing. So yeah, I've been making the medals, trophies, the signs, because I work in a sign company. So I've been making all the bits and bobs for us as well. To keep the costs down, so we go raise more money. Yeah,
That's thinking. That's the smart way to do it for sure.
that's right. Yeah.
Do you guys have any specific things that you can tease that might be going for raffle or auction type items that are going to be a surprise to everybody when they get there?
So we've got plenty of patches and beard products, I think, coming. Yeah, people have stuff from the main site. I think on the day, I think we're going to see what turns up.
That's kind of a nice little feature. Everybody shows up and brings a little something to donate, and you see where it takes you.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's happening.
Well, I'm sorry if I was thinking ahead. If I would have been thinking ahead, I would have brought an extra little set of stuff that I could have had somebody take over to your event for you.
That's all right.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, just went off.
It's
Sorry.
It's the international Wi-Fi that we've got going here. That's must be the problem.
Absolutely rubbish here. Sorry.
Well, no, it's all good, man. I'm just excited for you guys. I can't wait to see the pictures and all the stuff that comes out from this, and I hope you guys raise just a ton of money for your foundation that you guys are raising money for. And it's just nice to see, you know, when brothers get together and hang out, and especially, you know, hearing that the organization you guys are working with to raise money for is kind of specific to men's health awareness. I love that because it's perfect timing for when brothers are getting together, and it just ties in so nicely.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I won't take up too much more of your time. I know you got some planning to do, and you're ahead of the game as far as hours go. So I know it's nighttime there. You're going to be getting to bed here before too long. And before you know it, it'll be tomorrow, and you'll be ready to start the day. So
yeah,
I'm excited for you. Have a great event, and I look forward to seeing pictures.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for your support.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Cheers,
I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. There we go. Great chat with Steve. I always hate when we have the, you know, the issues with the Wi-Fi. Sometimes you never know. You never know if it's going to be, you know, sticky or scattered or sketchy. You don't know if it's going to be good audio but bad video. We just never know. But I appreciate Steve for hanging out with me. And you know, when you're dealing with international, it's sometimes it's sketchy. But we got the point across, and I know these guys over there are going to have a great time this weekend. I'm in their chat for that event as well, and it's just been fun to read the excitement level. There's a good number of people that were at Monkey Jam, the Northern Monkeys event last weekend where I was, that are also going over to Beardiff. There's a few other events that are going to be coming in the coming weeks over there in England. So I know they're pretty stoked for what they've got going on, where they can just bump around a few hours away from each other to spread the love and support all the other chapters over there. So great to see. We'll be talking with some other guys from some of the chapters over in England in the coming weeks for some of their other events as well. I kind of implored upon them while I was over there. I said, listen, guys, I know I'm over in the States, and I know many of you guys may not follow the show. And when the show is live, you guys are on a completely different time frame. You guys are middle of your mornings trying to sleep when it's live. But some people might want to listen to the podcast after the fact. And I love to be able to promote your stuff, your events and different things. So I implored upon them the importance of just, you know, send me a note, because otherwise I may not hear about your event, and I won't be able to just help get the word out about it. So I just love sharing what our chapters are doing. So congrats to the guys with over in Wales, and let's hope for a great event for them. I have to say cheers, taking part a little bit in the scotch that I received in the raffle this past weekend over in Manchester. So cheers. And with that, we're going to slide right into our third and final interview for the night, when we're talking with Buddy. Chattanooga branched off just a year ago. Branched off from the Smoky Mountain chapter just a year ago. And lo and behold, a Chattanooga chapter was born. And celebrating their 1-year anniversary this weekend with an event is that very chapter. So telling us a little bit about it is Buddy. And let's hear from Buddy. Okay, this weekend, as I mentioned, we have 3 events going on in BV circles, at least 3 that I know of. Another one of them this weekend is a 1-year anniversary marking, first year anniversary of the Chattanooga Villains. And they're going to have an awesome event celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Here today to talk to us about their 1-year anniversary is Mr. Buddy. Buddy Griffin, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Doing good.
Doing good. And I know you're getting stoked up. We're just literally like a day away now from from when things are going to be kicking off. And you've probably already got people in town ready to go.
We do. Jess from Canada's down, and Sam come in today, and somebody else is coming in later.
All right. That's awesome. Such a good time to look forward to these events. So tell me I mean, from your perspective, what has this last year been like since the split and creation of the Chattanooga Villains?
It's been rough. I mean, getting everything set up and figuring out which direction to head. But it's a good group of guys, so everybody's pitched in, and I mean, I think we're sitting pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think so. It was neat to see that almost instantaneously after there was rumor and word that there was going to be a Chattanooga chapter. You guys were up and ready to go with logo patches almost instantly. It seemed like
Yep.
What you once wore as green shirts quickly became the blue shirts, and it was like you guys were on it right away, man. It was fun to see.
Well, we wanted to move fast because, as a whole, we think if we drag our feet, we get left behind.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be behind. We want to be known as a chapter that leads the way.
Yeah. Well, of course, and that's something that the guys that are a part of Chattanooga, and then with Smokey beforehand, that was always the case. So, of course, you wanted to continue that. You want to continue that trend. Yeah. Well, we are here to celebrate your 1-year anniversary as the Chattanooga chapter, and we are piling into the weekend. You've got stuff on Friday. You got stuff on Saturday. I know up on the screen right now we have a little thing mentioning what's going on Saturday, but let's just start off with what everybody can expect Friday and where to go, what to do, and what all's going on with you guys.
Okay, Friday, the meet and greet starts at 6. It's going to be at Level Up, which is the same place the event's at. It's a 80s, 90s game room with entertainment area. We held one event there for Smoky Mountain. It's a nice place, a lot of fun. Saturday,
it makes it sound like has it got like arcade stuff in it and everything?
Yeah, pinball machines, Miss Pac-Man, Mr. Pac-Man, Galaxy.
All right.
The one you played when you was a kid.
All right. Is it similar to the place that they do the similar design type of place that they do the meet and greet for Nash Vegas at?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't up there this year, but
okay. Yeah, it sounds like a very similar type of place.
Yeah, it's just a big game room that doubles as a bar.
Could there be a less or a more perfect place in the world?
The owner's a really nice lady. She likes us, so she hooks us up with the place easy. No charge, nothing.
All right.
Just donates it to us.
That's perfect. Just what you need in that first year too. So you're not.
And there'll be a live band Friday night.
Oh, cool.
So,
all right, Friday night, Level Up, and that's from what time?
From 6 to 9, and if you want to stay after that, that's fine. If not, we'll go ahead somewhere else.
Party doesn't stop. Just for the clock.
Nope.
All right. So we roll into the wee hours of Saturday morning because people are going to be staying out late, and they're going to hopefully be able to get up without too much of a hangover. And what's going to happen?
We got to get up early to see the sunrise. The hotel everybody's staying at has a beautiful mountain view, so they're going to want to get up and watch the sunrise.
Ooh. All right. Has there been mention of that in the Chattanooga event chat? Because I don't remember anybody talking about that.
As soon as you pull into the hotel, you see it.
All right. Well, you're going to probably have to remind people because Friday night becomes Friday night and they don't think about that.
Yeah, I know.
So, and hey, tell them, go watch the sunrise, then go back to bed for a few more hours if you want. I know it's
Yeah,
late.
we're not. It doesn't look like we're going to get a picture shoot in this year. They're calling for 80% chance of rain up until about 2 o'clock, and there's just not enough time to do it after that. So we're working on doing something at the event,
Good. Good.
and
All
it
right.
starts at 5.
Starts. Oh, then people have all the time in the world to just relax after that sunrise. That's
Yeah,
perfect. That's perfect.
there's a couple of activities going on that's real close, so they can check out Chattanooga.
Perfect. Perfect. The only time I've really checked out Chattanooga is driving through it, and it seems like it's always been the bane of my existence when I'm trying to get somewhere. The last time we went through there, it was like, oh, hello, Orange Barrel. Hello, Orange Barrel. Hello.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt there.
But it's
Uh,
such a unique city because every time you drive through it, though, it's almost like there's in the downtown area, it's like there's buildings like hanging off of cliffs almost, and it's always been that's always something I've remembered from being a kid. Driving through that area, it was like, oh, how cool is this? I mean, it's not something you see in Indiana for sure,
yeah,
because
it's a
of all the
beautiful place.
mountains.
I've been all my life, so
Oh,
I
you
mean,
have? Okay.
I'm impartial to it. I love it.
Perfect. Perfect. And now you don't have to travel as far to be chapter stuff.
That's it.
So really what we're getting at here is the creation of the Chattanooga chapter happened to help Buddy out.
To save me gas money, that's it.
All right. Save Buddy the gas money. So realistically, the fundraiser this year is not for what you think it is. It's actually to save it's going into Buddy's travel fund.
Yeah, the travel fund.
Okay.
Now, the Eastridge Needy Child Fund, we have a history with them. I started working with them before I was ever part of BV. I sat on their board for a couple of years. And then when I started with the Villains, we actually went down and helped load up the Christmas gifts and food boxes and everything to help them out.
Okay.
And now we build bicycles for them, load up all their gifts, carry out the food boxes and everything. It's a really good organization. They don't just help at Christmas; they help year long. I mean, if kid needs clothes, they go get it. If they need food, they go get it. It's just whatever the need is, they take care of it.
Okay. And what's it called again?
Eastridge Needy Child Fund.
Very cool. Very cool. So it's an organization that collects, it collects to help out kids year round for whatever. It's just a multi-diverse type of thing. It doesn't focus on one thing. It sounds like you're talking about food, you're talking about bicycles, you're talking about, that's pretty cool.
At Christmas, we buy toys, but we also furnish each kid with 2 sets of clothes, and then we set up a food box for the family and give them a Christmas ham.
Wow.
So it's a really good organization. They really try to do their best to help out, and it's all run by citizens of the little town it's in.
Very cool. All right. Well, man, come on, kids, man, it's kids helping kids out. So
But
sorry, what?
I say that's the best way.
Yeah, it is really. So the event this weekend, it's I don't know if I've seen it on the sheet. So everybody's prepared for it. What's the entry fee and all that other stuff to get in? Do you know?
It's $20. That'll get you to the beard comp or get you in. I think there's 5 categories. We eliminated a few just to make it a better time efficient and better run atmosphere. You get too many categories, it sort of drags out.
Yeah.
So we combined a couple of categories, and we're going to go with that. see how it works out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good. I mean, you hate to have those events where, when we've all been to one or two of them. Heck, I think at one time we hosted one where it just seems like you get to a point where it's like, okay, now I can feel it. You can just feel your the whole thing just dragging slow, and then
Yeah.
you're kind of stuck in it then, right? So you have to just kind of wade through it, and I mean, it's a rough go.
We're going to try to keep things moving at a pretty quick pace so that people can get out and enjoy other things. If they want to hang out there, that's fine. We've got nightclubs downtown, which we're only maybe 10 minutes for them.
Oh.
So, I think it's a good thing, we as a chapter, that if we're going to have an event in Chattanooga, we ought to offer the opportunity for them to actually see Chattanooga.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I'm sure there's some really cool things that, I mean, that whole afternoon time is plenty of opportunity, even if it's raining. I mean, there's things you can see and still enjoy. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely hit up your Chattanooga guys and find out. You don't want to be sitting. You don't want to go to Chattanooga for this event weekend and just hang out in your hotel room. So get over there and you reach out to one of these guys and find out, what's cool. Where do I want to look for? What do I want to go check out while I have some afternoon time for
The
sure.
guys in the chapter can point you in a direction of whatever you want.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Well, so obviously you're going to probably be doing like raffles and auctions, probably if past precedent continues to help raise some further money, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got quite a few raffle tickets. We have some unusual auction items though. We have a charcoal drawing, pencil drawing by an artist out of Nashville. He donated a piece. We have a special sign that I'm just not going to put a whole lot out there about it yet, but it's
Well,
a very special piece.
okay. It's tomorrow, so you don't have much time left to promote it. But hey, it's one of those things it'd be cool for it to be a surprise for everybody that's there.
Yeah,
So
that's basically what we're saving that one piece for, is a surprise. But we've also got a bottle of good whiskey that's been engraved with the Georgia Bulldogs emblem as the national champs.
okay.
So if they're Georgia fans that's going to be there, they'll want to keep the eye out for that one.
Yeah, that's probably not something that you want to drink.
No,
Or
this is a keep bottle.
okay. Or if you want to pay the money and you don't like Georgia and you're upset that you just want to go ahead and drink that and then maybe sell the bottle to somebody else and it's an empty bottle. You got options. You got
That would
options
work
out there.
too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a Georgia fan, so I don't care.
Yeah. Well, and you probably want to let everybody else, you probably don't want to fork over the money for it yourself. You'd rather
Nope.
have somebody else do it for sure. But
Yeah, let somebody else buy it, and I'll just help them drink it.
there you go. And then you can have the empty trophy on the wall. That's great. All right. Well, I'm excited to see the pictures, man. I'm mad. I'm super sad that it's not going to be an event that I can go to this year. I know when you guys first announced it, I was like, okay, I'll mark the date. And then shortly after I marked the date, I realized, oh, that's also the same date as the Beardo De Mayo weekend. And then I also said, oh, that's also the date that my daughter's graduating from college. So I am unable to go to either event. So
Well, I wouldn't want to miss my daughter's graduation. I know that. So
no. Yeah. But you know me, I'm just like, is there a way that I can figure out a way to do all this? I don't have a private plane, so I can't make it all happen. So
magic pixie dust or something you sprinkle and just disappear.
yeah, my warp tunnel isn't finished yet, so I can't make all that happen. But man, I'm excited for this 1 year thing because I know we've got guys coming down to support you guys from Northern Indiana, and I know we actually have some guys going to Ohio as well. So, but anytime we get a chance to support our brothers out there doing some stuff, especially as a congratulation for your first year. It's a pretty big deal, man. So
Yeah, we appreciate everybody's support. I mean, we've had a lot of chapters stood back and gave us advice along the way and helped us. So
yeah, it's
we
been
probably
fun.
everybody's help.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch you guys grow from well, it wasn't even watching you grow. It was like, boom, here you are. I mean, when you have that many guys that are just like, okay, we're starting a new chapter. It's like, okay, you're on the map already, and it's not like a growth thing. It's just you're already there. So, but yeah, fun to see. You guys, you have any other tidbits or fun nuggets or anything like that you want to also include before I let you go?
No, I guess that's it. Just you guys come on down, have a great time, see what we're about.
Sounds good, man. I'm excited, man. I I don't know what I'm just bummed because so many of my good buddies that I get to see all the time at events are going to be down there at that one, and I'm not going to be there. So tell everybody I said hi, and I wish I could be there to say hi to you guys and give you hugs. But I know you guys are going to have an awesome meet and an awesome event. So what more can you say?
We'll send you pictures.
Good. Sounds great. And keep me posted on how everything goes when you are able to turn over whatever you have to your that awesome organization for the kids.
I will.
That's pretty cool stuff, man. So, well, buddy,
Will do.
I all I can say is thank you and congratulations on the first year for you guys, and I look forward to seeing the incredible growth that you guys continue to have as the months go on.
Thanks for having us on, BP. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I will talk to you later after the weekend, and be safe and have fun, man.
Have fun.
Don't stress out too much. It's here. This is the time to enjoy it now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to hear you say it. This is the time to enjoy it. No more stressing.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Good. All right. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right.
Take care. Bye. Okay. We all do that though, don't we? We all do that. We stress. We do all the planning for over a year or some cases, or for several months for an event. And then we finally get there and we forget to finally just relax and just let it go and get on with the event and have fun with it. And so I always try to tell myself that, and I remind everybody else the same thing. It's okay. You work all those weeks and months leading up to an event. And then when it's here the day before, okay, hey, it's going to be what it's going to be. The planning's done. So just relax. Don't forget to allow yourself, as you're planning for an event, to enjoy it. Enjoy it and enjoy the people that are there for you. So, yeah, great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Big special thanks. I know we had a jam-packed episode, and I want to say thanks to all the people that are here still live with us, hanging out. This was a longer episode. We're pushing an hour and 15, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. So a little longer than normal, but just had to do it. Had to have all three of them on here tonight. So got to say special thanks to Jesse with the Ohio Villains, Steve with Beardo Villains Wales, and then, of course, Buddy with Chattanooga for taking some time out to tell us about their events and their charities that they're raising money for this week. Greatly appreciate it. And you know what comes next, guys, right? That's right. This here song, The Heart of a Villain. Thank you guys so much for being here. I want to challenge you guys, as I say every week, I want to challenge you to be the villain that the world needs you to be, because the heart of a villain never stops beating. The most important words I say every week, guys, the most important words I say every episode, just remind yourself of them well. It's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. For now, have a great night. Enjoy this weekend coming up. Enjoy the week ahead. I will see you back here next week to talk about all other good things in the BV world. Until then, guys, take care. Stay safe.
From the start to the finish, go hard and we win, and it's the heart of a villain. It's the heart of a villain. From the start to the finish, go hard and